Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Starting with the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and the most gracious. I am Alisha Mansehra, and we, mind benders from Kohsar Children's Academy, are here to present a case study on the topic, effect of social media distraction on the academic performance and social life of the students of KCA. Next. This is the index. It displays the steps we have taken in the case study process. Next. So name of a circle is Mind Benders. It was constituted on 2nd of August 2023. Our qualification is from grade 6 to 8. Our meeting days were Tuesday and Friday. Our coordinators are Miss Amber, Miss Namra and Miss Sipka, and a facilitator is Sir Nadeem Yusuf. Next. Circle formation was taken as a first step. I am Alisha Mazhar, the group leader.
I am Zuhra Nasir, the deputy leader.
I am Alima Rizwan, the recorder.
I am Ali Afan.
I am Hajar Danish.
I am Aisha Mustafa.
I am Hiba Malik.
And I am Abdul Rahman.
Next. The second step taken was group name selection, and the tool that we used was voting. After voting, Mind Benders was selected as a group name, which got the highest score. Now Zuhra Nasir will continue.
Thank you, Isha. Next slide. The reason for naming our group as Mind Benders is that it means a person or thing that radically affects one's thinking, perception, or psyche, etc. Next one. Our third step was to choose our leader, deputy leader, and the recorder, and the tool we used was voting. After voting, Alisha Mazhar was selected as the group leader, I, Zuhra Nasir, as the deputy leader, and Ariba Rizwan as the recorder. Next one. Step 4 was problem identification, and the tool we used was brainstorm. These are the identified problems. Next one. This slide shows the shortlisted main problems that were obtained after voting. These problems include social media distraction, irresponsible behavior of students, favoritism, lack of confidence in students, and exam fear and anxiety. Now Ariba Rizwan will continue.
Thank you, Zuhra. Next. The selected problem was the effects of social media distraction on the academic performance and social life of the students of Kohsar Children's Academy. Social media has become a necessary part of one's life as it has been facilitating people in number of ways. It has allowed the users to communicate with people wherever they are and whenever they want. Each user spends more than 5 hours a day because of the affordable internet facility, and a majority of Pakistan's youth is spending long hours on social media, which can lead to several mental health issues. Next, the problems that students face while using social media are cyber hate, social comparison, relying on social media as a coping mechanism, feeling restless when unable to check social media, neglecting school or work-related responsibilities, and withdrawing from friends and family. Next slide. A step 5 shows the work schedule. Next. This slide shows the important dates, venue, time, and events. Next. So, a step 6 was investigation and observation. The question was, is social media affecting your social life and academics? And 74% of the students said yes. And we observed that social media is affecting the students in 3 different ways: addictiveness, stress and self-esteem, and social anxiety. Now, Ali Afan will continue.
Thank you. Next slide. The effects of using social media are anxiety and depression, increased isolation, decreased physical activities, and poor work or school performance. Next slide. The step 7 shows the data analysis of the selected problem, and the tool that we used was check sheet. Next slide. This is the Pareto table. It shows the count, percentage, and cumulative percentage of the selected problems. Next slide. This slide shows the Pareto chart. A Pareto chart is a bar graph that shows which factors are most significantly used in decision making. This Pareto chart shows the count and percentage of the identified problems. Next slide. This slide shows the was questionnaire. Now Hajra Danish will continue.
Thank you. Next slide, please. This slide shows the data analysis table, which shows the outcome of the questionnaire. Next. This is the data analysis in the form of a bar chart, which shows the resulted answer of each question. Next one. This is a histogram. A histogram is the most commonly used bar graph used to show frequency distributions. A histogram looks very much like a bar chart, but there are some important differences between them. Next. This slide shows the data analysis for the main causes of distraction. Here, the main cause of distraction is spending more time on social media with a percentage of 31. Next. This is the Ishikawa diagram. The causes and effect diagram is known as the Ishikawa diagram or the fishbone diagram. The major purpose of this diagram is to act as a first step in problem solving by creating a list of possible causes. Here, the main causes are man, psychology, material, and environment. Now, Aisha Mustafa will continue.
Thank you, Aja. Next. This slide shows the main causes of social media distraction. The first cause is psychology. It includes inferiority complex, psychological effect, social behavior, and academic performance. The second cause is environment. It includes social crisis, friends and peers, and domestic issues. The third cause is math. It includes teachers, fellows, parents, and friends. And the last is material. It includes use of internet, use of social media, and excessive use of devices. Next one. This is data analysis of observation of root cause. And during this, the tool that we use is check sheet. Next one. This is Pareto table, and it shows main causes, count, percentage, and cumulative percentage. And the root cause is environment, which got highest 69%. Next one. This is Pareto chart of causes, and it shows count and percentage of the causes. Next. This slide shows current situation. 69% of the students are affected due to their environment. The academic and social life of 74% of students is affected. 45% of students are facing health issues and 52% of students are procrastinating from studying. Now Hibamali will continue.
Thank you, Aisha. Next. Here's step 8. Our objective is to motivate students for academics and extracurricular activities rather than wasting time on social media. And our goal is to motivate students to spend their time on academics and social life rather than using social media. The target we want to achieve is 75%. Next slide. Here is the strategy diagram. The strategy includes 3 points. Number 1, sharing the dark side of social media. Number 2, parents involvement. And number 3, facilitating students with guidance and time. Tactics also include 3 points. Number 1, students awareness. Number 2, parents awareness. And number 3, social media usage rules. These actions were taken in school and home. Next slide. Here is implementation, which includes 5 W's and 1 S. Why, who, when, where, and how. Next slide. Here's step 9, and these are the short-term solutions. Keep apps out of sight so they're out of mind. Track online time, turn off notifications for social media accounts, put your phone down before bedtime, and rediscover offline life. Next slide. These are the long-term solutions. Beside these solutions, self-talk. I remind myself that study is more important than social media. And self-control. I use self-control to ignore my phone. Now Abdul Rafi will continue.
Thank you, Hiba. Next slide. Outputs of long-term solution. While the implementation of long-term solution, the progresses will be achieved are a climate of awareness in school or home, complete behavioral change, bring social and moral support, and use of social media minimized. Next. The solutions that were applied were counseling the children, interaction with parents, and media playing role. Next. Step 10. What can be done? limit device usage, educate your child on the risk of social media, make use of social media rules at home, use WWGS. Replace your time on social media with other activities and spend an hour a week on at least one screen-free hobby. Next, social media factors. These are the parents and caregiver risk factors. Next, these are the child risk factors. Next, here are environmental risk factors. Next, and these are the family risk factors. Now Arisha Mother will continue.
Next, step 11, results. That after applying solutions of the students, the results were improve students' behavior, improve school and home environment, improve social and emotional environment, and the last one, improve academic performance. Next, the results were very encouraging, and after applying short-term solutions, we were able to achieve 60% of a set target of 75%. These activities have also been very fruitful for the group member as they identified students' problems, enhanced decision-making skills, gained self-confidence, extended vision, behavioral change, promoted teamwork, improved their confidence, and learned case study process. Next one. So, the question was, is social media affecting your social life and academics? Before, 177 students said yes and 41 students said no. After applying the strategies, only 45 students said yes and 185 students said no. Next, this slide displays the results in the form of pie charts. 60% of the set targets were achieved. Next, step 12 was standardization, which includes 5 main points. No mobile policy, controlled internet, media rules, counseling, and the last one, interaction with parents. Next, review was taken as a last step. To paraphrase a famous quote, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is at the very least illogical. Our case study is improved by school management and shared with teachers, parents, and students. Media rules implemented and evaluated. Findings of evaluation. Report rectified in Kohsar Children's Academy. Thank you. Any questions?
WWDS is simply a rule. It stands for what would grandma say. It teaches the students to be careful about what they share on social media. It means that the things they don't want their parents, teachers, or any elder to see. Simply means to be careful about what you post on social media.
Because in my opinion, I think most of the schools and like big cities allow their students to use phone on a regular basis in their classrooms, in recess, while they're sitting with their friends or anytime. But I don't think this should be allowed because the results are in front of you. You can see that what our youth is being through, and we should overcome this.